Welcome back to this Juneteenth edition of Houston Life. We are inside the Yates house, which was restored, donated, and eventually moved here to Sam Houston Park in 1994. I am here with someone who lived in the house until she was 12 years old. Martha Whiting-Goddard, thank you so much for giving us this special tour.
Thank you. We're going to go into the living room of the house. It's a few pieces in here that were donated by the family. The piano was owned by one daughter, Mariah. The clock belonged to Jack Yates. There are pieces throughout the house that were donated by different family members.
But when you grew up here, it didn't really look like this. The Heritage Society has really tried to make it the same as the era as when Jack Yates was here.
Right, as it was built in 1870. When the house was moved from over in Freedmanstown, it had wallpaper and different doors and things in it, and the Heritage Society took it back to 1870. So they stripped the walls to find out what paint was on the walls, and they repainted the walls, the floors, and then they curated what the room should have in it.
So they really went out of their way to match it with the time period. When you were here, you said these stairs were a little shorter, yes, and it was a good hiding spot when you were maybe hiding from the adults.
They put the steps up higher. In 1928, Pinky Yates, who owned the house after her father died, had the house remodeled, so the steps were shorter, there was storage under here, and so when I was a child we could hide under the steps.
Good spot, good spot. Okay, take us through this next room. Where are we walking to now?
This was the dining room. Jack Yates had 11 children.
Wow.
And so, but only the grown-ups ate in this room.
Okay, no kids table in here.
No, the children had a different room to eat in. But because there were 7 daughters, that means that there were a lot of women's activities going on.
That's some good cooking, too.
Yeah, some good cooking.
I can only imagine. We're going to pass by this room real quick. You said your aunt stayed in here?
Yes, this was Pinky Yates's bedroom. Pinky was a second grade teacher at Gregory Elementary School, who owned the house after Jack, and she willed the house to my mother, Martha Whiting, and her 5 daughters, one of which I am. And so the rocking chair belonged to another Martha, the first Martha, and there's a wash bowl and pitcher over there that belongs to Pinky.
I'm obsessed with that vanity. It's so beautiful.
Well, that's all part of the Heritage Society's collection, and they curated what the room should be like. We have, of course, a sewing machine because all those 7 women were able to sew. There was always a sideboard and a place to put dishes and things in that room. This is the kitchen where most little people, like I was in those days, stayed. We moved in and out because you could run in and outside and play because our uncle lived next door, and so this room has a safe in it to have food when you have to feed a lot of people.
Is this the safe here?
Yeah, that's the safe.
Wow, it's huge.
That's where they would put the food when you had prepare food for lots of people.
Yeah, no refrigeration then, huh?
No refrigeration, right. The ice man would come with a big chunk of ice once a week. And then this stove heated not just down here, but it also heated upstairs. There's all sorts of pots and stoneware that has been donated. And in here you have a washboard and things like that where the work was done, especially when they first opened the house.
Now you guys at the Heritage Society do something from the plantation to emancipation, and this is part of the emancipation part of that tour.
Right. We have a specialized tour that takes us from the Kellum Noble house, because this was all the Kellum Noble plantation originally. And so we go from the Kellum Noble plantation all the way over here to the 4th Ward cottage to the Yates house. And we have a reenactor that tells us what life was like on the plantation and what it felt like to be a freed person in a house like this.
Which is really what Juneteenth is really centered around.
Freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you've done well enough that the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization has designated this a site of memory, 1 of 3. Thank you so much for this tour. It's been my pleasure and an honor really to get a tour from you.
Thank you, Tessa.
Hey, happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
Peace and life. We'll be right back.